What's up? I'm gonna try to do this in one take. I'm really nervous right now, but that's okay. My name is Gene, and I'm a photographer here in Chicago. And typically, I make videos on photography, on film photography, and other things within kind of that world. But this is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, and the reason why it makes me nervous is because it's very vulnerable to share these things. I feel in a lot of ways like I'm naked to talk about this stuff, but I've only gotten to this point in my career and in my life because I've had to share hard things and be open, something that for the majority of my life was so difficult. But in recent years, as I've pursued those more difficult conversations and topics, I've learned that those are the times I've grown the most. And so that's why I'm making this video. I just want to talk about some things that have been on my mind and have very much shaped who I am today. And the foundation of those things is really the fact that I am very clearly Asian. If it wasn't obvious, clearly. And how that has shaped my career as a photographer and even on a broader scale as a creative, and also how that's affected my view and perspective on money, something that I think in general is uncomfortable to talk about, but especially being an Asian, that's like a no-no. That's like a hush-hush thing. Like that's within the privacy of your own, like not even your home, like you just don't talk about it ever. You know, those are conversations I think are healthy to have, especially as a business owner, especially as a creative person, where I think finances are typically not the thing that's on the forefront of our minds. But if you want to run a business that's successful or that's sustainable, those are the conversations you just have to have. And so basically, I just wanted to talk about it, that I am Korean American and so proud of it. But there are some hardships that I have definitely gone through as in my pursuit of becoming a photographer and being a creative. And some of those barriers being because of my upbringing and my culture. And I think that, you know, like timidity, quietness, being like reserved and shy, those are things that are very much stereotypes of being Asian. And I would say like a lot of those things are who I am as well. Like I would not lie about saying that I'm not those things. It's only been in recent years that I haven't been so insecure about that, and I've been more willing to confidently admit that and let that really kind of be an integral part of who I am as a creative. But me pursuing a career as a photographer wasn't easy. It also was definitely not typical for my circle of friends or even within my cultural circles that I was in, whether it's from church or in college or back at home. I actually started as a chemical engineering major my freshman year. I know it's like, surprise, not really. And I eventually switched to food science, and that's the degree that I graduated with, and that's the field I went in for a few years after graduation. But in 2014, I stumbled into wedding photography, and that's a story for another time. But from 2014 up until today, it's definitely been a long journey and progression of getting to this point. I think what I want to convey as far as being Asian and being a creative is, again, I think that there's so many stereotypes of being shy and timid and all those things, and that's okay, that's cool. If anything, I just want to share that your passions and your giftings and your talents, those are things that are not shaped simply by your culture, but those are things that you can work on yourself regardless of your ethnicity. And I wish that's something that I heard when I first pursued wedding photography. I think that for the first few years, I felt so doubtful, so insecure that, well, I'm Asian. There's not very many people who are like me who are pursuing careers in photography. A lot of my friends are becoming like they're in the medical field, or they're pursuing engineering or something in tech or UX design or graphic design. And for me, I felt like I was on an island by myself. And I'm definitely not saying that I didn't have friends who were doing what I was doing, but you know, I wish that early on in my career that I had someone who was kind of coaching me through both my budding career as a photographer, but also my confidence in my culture and having that be a big part of my growing business. And I'm just saying all of this because, you know, a lot of how I make these videos, a lot of like my personality is definitely like attributed to my upbringing, to my parents, to my sister, to the friends and the people that I was around growing up. And most of them were Korean or Asian. And that's cool. It's who I am. And I'm in a place now where like I rock with it. I'm excited about it. I love being Korean. I love being able to speak, obviously not very well, but Korean at home with our kids, and to culturally pass down what I've experienced down to them. And yeah, that's it. I just want to talk about that. And then as far as like money and stuff, something that is like, ooh, don't talk about it. Especially as an Asian American, I feel like it's one of those things you just never talk about. But in recent years, I've had friends who have really helped me grow in that specific area. And, you know, it's still challenging for me to be fully open about that and talk about it. Even how Lois and I paid off essentially $45,000 worth of credit card debt in 2019 was only because I start to have more serious and hard conversations about personal finances. I'm like kind of ashamed to admit that we had that much credit card debt, but I'm also super excited and stoked that we paid all of it off in 8 months. And that's a video that I'll definitely make, how we did that, our story and our journey in how we paid off that much debt. I think just money in general. Like I don't want to shy away from talking about those things because I deeply care about those things. And I know this is super nerdy, but I love like credit card hacking. I don't want to call it hacking, but just the game of credit cards and using and leveraging points and sign up bonuses and benefits. I just really like that. It's like a game to me. It's a hobby, but I love to talk more about that stuff on this channel. And maybe the majority of you are not interested in that, but maybe there's a small percentage who would benefit from understanding a little bit more about credit cards and what's happening right now in the world of credit cards. So this video in a lot of ways is simply like the kickoff video for me to kind of open the floodgates to talk about more things. And whether it's about credit cards or money, things that I do want to talk about, or it's about having more earnest conversations and sharing about who I am and where I've been, those have all shaped my career as a photographer, which has led me to making these videos. And so I just want to pay tribute to where I come from, and I don't want to take that out of the equation as I'm making videos for YouTube. So that's it. Hopefully this wasn't super boring, but I just wanted to kind of have like a heart-to-heart and talk more earnestly and more sincerely. And I still will make videos that at least I think is fun, but I'll make videos about photography and mobile photography and film and all that stuff. But I at least wanted to make this video because I hope to make more videos like this. Thank you for bearing with me in this video. I know that it's very wordy and very... It's exciting though to me. I'm excited to talk about it. I really feel like this video I've been wanting to make for weeks and weeks and weeks, and just got to the place where I'm like, I just need to make it. I need to like stop talking about it, stop thinking about it and planning about it. Just like set everything up, get in the studio, get the mic ready, and just talk. So that's what this is. I will definitely be making more videos. I really think just like addressing who I am and bringing that into the videos that I'm making. Hopefully that's obvious and apparent to you guys. Yeah, I appreciate your support. Appreciate you sticking through the end of this video. Obviously, I would love it if you like and subscribe. I always point to places, but I never actually put stuff there. So if you like and subscribe, that'd be amazing. Click the bell for notifications, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks. Bye.